Hi folks. I really like these tunes. Sometimes they can be frustrating, but if you're working through, I hope you're getting some enjoyment out of them as well. And one thing I really like is they're short. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I got, this etude is 2 pages long and I can barely get through it. Oh, no, you don't have that struggle to work with. So that means you can focus your attention on other stuff. Now, it's great to be able to have good endurance and play for a long period of time without stopping, and that's a worthy goal and something every trumpet player needs to be able to do without too much trouble. But here you don't have to worry about that. Just short little tunes. So I'm going to play this one and toss it off for you. This is number 22 from the Pottag Preparatory Melodies to Solo Work, and it's called Martial, March. And let's see if it's a fun one. It's short. It's short, and it should be fun. Quick idea. I thought about this a long time ago, and I haven't said this to anybody for quite a while, but I still think it's a useful idea, so I'll share it with you. There's certain things that we know are difficult, and one of the things that I have all my students do is to make a list of their own assets and liabilities as a player. The things that are difficult for them, the things they think they're good at. And that's very revealing. It's a good thing for anybody to do. Now, that's just a recognition of kind of the way things are now. And what we're always looking for is growth and possibility. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about here, however. Let's say you're going to audition for an orchestra, or maybe you're competing in the district competition and you find out what the solo is, or you look at the list from the orchestra and you see a certain piece on there that and you know from your experience it's just not one of those things that you're good at playing. You might sound brilliant on other things, and on this one it's like maybe not. Okay, so I want you to think about it like this. It's like when you see something that you really enjoy playing, and that's what you're trying to develop here. You might say, "Oh boy, I get to play that. That's great." And I remember thinking this as I was playing in the orchestra. I saw Bartok Concerto coming up, and I thought, "Oh, great! What a great piece of music! I get to play that." Now, I wouldn't have felt that if I were dreading it because I wasn't sure whether I could do it well, but I was looking forward to it because I knew it would be a great opportunity and wonderful experience with the music. Now, on the other hand, you can be thinking, you look down the list and you go, oh boy, or you go, oh no, that piece is on there. That piece is on there. I'm going to have trouble with that. So you can look at one and you say, oh boy, and the other one you say, oh no. And so your whole task in practicing is to turn all your oh no's, all your uh-ohs, like, into, oh boy, I get to do that. And that's worthwhile working on, no matter how long it takes, because you get more and more freedom and more enjoyment out of playing. Isn't that great? And everybody can do that if they're patient and they just follow the basic truth of the universe. Just follow the things you know to do, follow what your teachers tell you to do, follow what you find works for you, and you've got it. Now, musically, this is pretty straightforward, but I'll just mention a couple ideas to you. We have to make a decision about the lengths of the notes. It doesn't say staccato, but there are a lot of accents, right? I like it with a little separation, okay? Ta 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 ta. So it has that martial quality to it. Okay, I've mentioned this before, when we're articulating, especially when we're trying to get that snap in the articulation and a nice brisk style like this, there's a tendency to try too hard physically in order to get these notes to come out. And what that means is we're blocking the air. So one thing I do is I always think of the back half of the triplet, the last two notes of the triplet are just going into the next note. And that works for me. So I'm thinking da ba ba bum, dee da da, not da 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 dum, right? The way you think has a tremendous effect on the way your body works. The way you're envisioning something has a powerful effect on your body. So you have to learn this. And again, we're going to get into this in greater detail in the foundations segment. But it all starts with making a decision about what you want it to sound like and then figuring out how to free your system to be able to do that. Now there are other places, a couple of other articulation things. Of course, you know, most people have problems with it's like, do the notes sound relatively with the same quality, with the same articulation? That's a challenging skill, something to work on. Let's go to the end. So we have a change in dynamics, and then we have staccato, finally. There's no staccato in the piece except at the end. So that starts to intensify the articulation. Now you have staccato at the end. So be careful when you're playing through these, when you're working through these, be very diligent about noticing, oh, these notes are staccato, but these notes aren't. These notes are accented, but these notes aren't. And don't take that as a rule. Take it as, oh, what does that mean musically? How should that sound different? And go for the taste and do some exploration. What do I want the accents to sound like? What do I want the staccato to sound like? What do I want the unmarked articulated notes to sound like? What do I want the slurs to sound like in terms of its musical expression? And then you'll be well on your way. That's how you develop your technique. It's not just about exercises and rules. It's about aiming for beauty and expression. So get to it. It's a wonderful opportunity to do what we do. And any time that we can spend doing it is not time wasted. So enjoy your day. I will see you later on. Bye-bye.